Yo, Shalom, this is Sounds from YYBY. A lot of people felt some type of way when Reasons came out with the rack, but I understood it perfectly. Some people said that by them coming out the rack, they won't do nothing with the doll, or they'll stop making the doll, get rid of it, stuff like that. Well, Reason ain't Reason. The rack and the doll, that's what works perfect. It's special things that it do together, right? Now, this is why I do like the rack that you can use. I think it was Reason Plus. I guess no, not Reason Plus. I'm sorry. It's just called the rack. You can use the rack in other dolls. I'm gonna tell you why. I'll give you an example. Let's say you going across town or to another city, and and you going to network with some other producers and everything, and you might be in a position where, you couldn't bring your stuff, or you did bring your stuff, but, you got to work inside their doll, right? They might be having Cubase or whatever it is. And then, you can sign up, you can go get Reason and use your rack inside of the doll as you produce with them, right? That's one way you can do it. You can still bring your tools with you, because if you bring your laptop, you got Reason in your laptop, y'all can't work that way unless you do something and you transfer the information to him, and then he do something and he give it back to you, stuff like that. Now, if y'all want to work in the same doll together, right there, he might got the setup already prepared and ready and everything, and you like, okay, I want to use my certain things and components and everything that I'm used to already. Then you got that option. You have that option to use all Reason plugins, players A, B, C, and D in another person's doll, or in that studio that you're working with. And then when you're ready to go back to what you normally do and who you work with and at your studio, then you can just pop up the whole doll Reason. That's the part that make more sense to me. That's the part. Another example, we don't have videos inside Reason where you can sound design with video. So guess what? You can go to a video software that receives plugins that you can use plugins in, stuff like that, and then you could bring the whole Reason rack inside of it, right? And you could do it. It's still, even if you're not using the doll Reason, you can always have Reason. That's the whole point. That's how I look at the situation. So that's why I like it. I like the doll first. Period. But I love the Reason rack option, because if I'm in a based on what situation I'm in, if I really need to do some sound design, I can bring my plugins and everything inside that doll and get to work. This is why I be wild.